Good morning friends, welcome back to Panika Tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss about fixed size partitioning and its limitations. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. If you look at the first point, the number of partitions are fixed and the size of each partition may be different or same. Now let me discuss with a simple example. Let me consider that main memory size is 64 MB. Okay, if we have the main memory size is 64 MB and let's assume that out of that 64 MB, operating system has occupied 32 MB. Out of 64 MB, if operating system occupies 32 MB, the remaining space is 32 MB. And if the number of partitions are fixed into 4 partitions such as partition 1, partition 2, partition 3 and partition 4. The size of each partition may be different or same. Let's consider that the size of each partition is same. Then each partition size will be 8 MB. Because 32 MB, if we divide into 4 partitions of equal size, the size of each partition we will get 8 MB. This is scenario 1. Let me consider the another scenario. The main memory size is 64 MB and the operating system has occupied 32 MB. Okay, and the number of partitions are also 4 partitions, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, now the size of each partition here it is different. The first one is, let's take that 16 MB. Second one is 4 MB. Okay, third one is 4 MB. And fourth one is 8 MB. Okay, 16 plus 4 is 20, 20 plus 4 is 24 MB, 24 plus 8 is 32 MB. So what I want to say is that the number of partitions are fixed. That's why it is called as fixed size partitioning. Whereas the size of each partition may be same or different. Okay, now if you look at the next point, contiguous allocation, meaning is that if we want to allocate any partition for the process, that should be contiguous. Let's take that you have a process P1 whose size is 4 MB. Okay, the process P1 whose size is 4 MB. The meaning of contiguous allocation is you can allocate the 4 MB for the process P1 in any one of the partition. It is spamming is not allowed. Spamming is not allowed meaning is that you cannot keep 2 MB of the process P1 in this partition, another 2 MB in this one. It is not possible. The entire process should be allocated in only one partition. Now if you look at this point, if I can allocate one partition for the one process, if I have 4 partitions, how many processes I can allocate in the main memory at any time? Only 4, am I right or wrong? So only 4 processes can be there in the main memory. If we have only 4 processes, there is a restriction on the degree of multi-programming. What is the meaning of a degree of multi-programming? How many processes can be there in the main memory at a time? Is it clear? If we have fixed size partitioning of 4 partitions, then we can have only 4 processes can be there in the ready state. It will affect the CPU performance. Even in this scenario also, at a time we can keep 4 partitions only. Is it clear? So the one limitation is the degree of multi-programming. There is a restriction. Okay, I hope you have understood this point. Contiguous allocation meaning is the entire process can be kept in only one partition. Now let me discuss the another important point. Suppose let's take that I have a process P2 of size 16 MB. Can I keep this process P2 in the main memory or not? If you look at it, each partition here is 8 MB. Okay, if each partition size is 8 MB and contiguous allocation only possible and spanning is not allowed, meaning spanning is not allowed meaning is that 8 MB of this process P1, P2 cannot be kept in partition 1 and partition 2. That is not possible. Whereas in non-contiguous it is possible. Is it clear? But in contiguous allocation, we cannot keep the part of the process in one partition and another remaining part I cannot keep it in another partition. So 16 MB process I cannot allocate any partition in this scenario. Are you able to understand? Because size of each partition is maximum is 8 MB. If we have one partition of size 8 MB, how can we allocate that partition for a process P2 whose size is 16 MB? That is not possible. So we cannot allocate a process P2 of 16 MB in this scenario. Now, can I allocate any partition of size 16 MB for this process P2? Yes, in this partition I can allocate. Suppose let's take that I got a process P3 whose size is 32 MB. Can I allocate any partition in this scenario? No, it is not possible. Can I allocate any partition for the process P3 in this scenario? No, not possible, because the size of a partition of maximum is 16 MB. So if we have a partition of size 16 MB, if we get a process size which is greater than the partition size, then it is not possible in the contiguous allocation. So there is a restriction on the size of the process also. So let me write those limitations. One is the restriction on the degree of multi-programming. Okay, and the next one is restriction on the size of process. Okay, size of the process, there is a restriction. Now let me discuss another important point. Let's take that we got a process P1 whose size is 4 MB. Okay, let me assume that I am allocating the partition P1 for this process P1. Okay, so if process P1 size is 4 MB, if I allocate in a partition whose size is 8 MB, the remaining 4 MB space is empty. Am I right or wrong? Is it clear? Are you able to understand? You have a partition of size 8 MB. In that one, you are keeping a process of size 4 MB only. So out of 8 MB, if process P1 is having 4 MB, remaining 4 MB is empty right now. Am I right? Similarly, let's take that process P2 whose size is 6 MB. Okay, let's assume that I am allocating the partition P3 for the process P2, okay, of 6 MB. Then remaining space is 2 MB is there. Are you able to understand it or not? Similarly, let's take that process P3 is game whose size is 2 MB. Okay, now let's assume that I am allocating partition 4 for process P3 of 2 MB. Then remaining 6 MB is there. Similarly, you have a process P4 whose size is 8 MB. Okay, then if you are keeping the process P4 in partition 2 of 8 MB, then there will be no space. Okay, now let's assume that process P5 whose size is let's take it 8 MB came. Okay, now we will discuss these points. Now if you take the scenario 1, process P1 whose size is 4 MB is there. Now if you have a process P1 4 MB in a partition of 8 MB, then remaining 4 MB space is wasted. Why? In a partition we can keep only one process. If we can keep only one process in a partition of 8 MB, we are keeping only process of 4 MB, then remaining 4 MB space is wasted. This concept we will call it as internal fragmentation. So there is an internal fragmentation in fixed size partitioning. Okay, are you able to understand? So if you have a partition size is more than the process size, the whatever the space is wasted, we will call that one as internal fragmentation. So the internal fragmentation is there here. Here also 2 MB is wasted and here also 6 MB is wasted. If you look at this one, here you have a 4 MB space. Am I right? We have a 4 MB space here. 2 MB space is there here. and 6 MB space is there here. So totally space is how much? 12 MB space is there. Now there is a requirement from process P5 of 8 MB. Can we allocate any partition? No. Why? Because the number of partitions are 4, we can keep only 4 processes at a time. Even we have 12 MB of space, there is a requirement from a process of 8 MB. We have enough space, but still we cannot allocate that space to any particular process called P5. So this concept we'll call it as external fragmentation. Okay, is it clear? Even in this scenario also it is possible. If you look at this scenario also, process P1 of 4 MB. Let's take that I am keeping the process P1 in this partition. Okay. Now process P2 is 6 MB. 6 MB. I cannot keep it here because this partition size is 4 MB. Let me keep it here. Okay. So 2 MB space is there here. Now process P3 came. Now process P3, can I allocate here? No, I cannot, because in a one partition you can have only one process. Can I allocate here? Yes, it is possible. Why? This partition size is 4 MB. The process requirement is 2 MB. Let's keep it that it has been allocated here. Process P3. See, this allocation will be done by various algorithms, like we have first fit, next fit, best fit, worst fit. All these techniques I will discuss in the coming videos. Let me discuss that process P3 has been allocated in this partition. So if you have a partition of size is 4 MB, your process size is 2 MB, then remaining 2 MB is there here. Now let's take the process P4 has been allocated in this one. So you have 16 MB space. Out of that one we are allocating a process size of 8 MB, then remaining space is 8 MB. So how much empty space is there in this scenario? 8 MB plus 4 MB plus 2 MB plus 2 MB. Even in this scenario we have 12 MB space. If the process P5 came with 8 MB, can we allocate? No, because we have 4 partitions. Maximum we can keep 4 processes. Even the 12 MB space is there. We cannot allocate that free space to this process P5 because it is continuous allocation only. Meaning is that 8 MB of this one we cannot allocate here. Okay. And similarly like that. So the meaning is that external fragmentation is possible in this scenario also. So internal fragmentation is possible and also external fragmentation is possible, and that there is a restriction on the degree of multi-programming. How many processes can be kept at a time is fixed on the number of partitions, and another thing is that there is a restriction on the size of a process. So these are the limitations of the fixed size partitioning. I hope you have understood. In the next video, I will discuss about variable size partitioning. So I request everyone, if you want to learn about the variable size partitioning, please go and watch the next video. If you have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.